Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I've done a gaming video, but this is for a special occasion because season 2 of Inside just dropped, and anyone who's watched my channel for years will know that I love building things in The Sims. So I thought, why not go back into my Sims bag and make the set of Inside in The Sims. Now, disclaimer before we get into it, I didn't have any like proper footage from the house. I mean, we have footage, obviously the episodes are out, but there was no photos, like proper good quality photos. What I had to do was go back through episode 1 from season 1 and just build it from those images. So this is just from what I know. Obviously season 2 might be a little different to season 1, so if there are inaccuracies, don't come for me, all right? I've tried my best. I think we should just get straight into it. For comparison, whilst I go through, let's put all the images on the screen so that you guys can see sort of what I'm looking at and what I'm envisioning as we do this. So when they first come in, they have to go through this sort of like security check-in desk. So I actually found a proper, I don't know if it functions in The Sims or not, but it looks cool. This is like a scanner for all their luggage where they come in and place it. And then they have to put it into this chute here. I don't know what they call it. It's like a conveyor belt that takes their luggage away. You know when you're at an airport and you have to put your luggage, your like checked luggage into things? That's where that takes you. So we've got that. That's the best I could do in The Sims. Obviously, not all these objects are going to be accurate, but I feel like it's quite a good replica of the room when they first come in. And I even put the logo in The Sims. For context, actually, I should have said this at the start. For anyone who's not seen the channel before, I've made the Love Island villa on The Sims. I'll either put images up or there's going to be a link on screen to go and click and see. They are old videos and I cringe watching them, but the builds are good. I also made Wembley Stadium on The Sims. This was before the Sidemen charity match, so maybe I need to go back and like update it for the day of the charity match. I made what was called the Staples Center. I think it's called the Crypto Arena now. It's in LA. It's when Logan Paul and KSI fought each other back in the day. And also I made sort of like a Big Brother house where I put YouTubers into Sims. Anyway, as we have the inside logo, just a little bit of detail, and obviously there are security cameras. Let's go through to the next room. I would envision it being, we don't have a full layout because in these episodes we don't actually see like a floor plan, but I would envision it being the corridor. So let's go to the corridor. Okay, so I'm gonna put an image on screen which I think is quite accurate. That's what I went off of. So we have the corridor, which obviously has, again, the inside logo at the back. I don't know where that room goes into, but if anyone watched season 1, there was a buzzer where they had to click every 4 minutes and it was in that room. So we're just gonna call it that. So the first room was called the processing room. I don't know what that means or what that does. We don't know if we even saw it on the series. The second room is the shop, which I'll show you in a minute. It's one of my favorite rooms that I've made. I didn't really know what the others were, and from the images you can't really see, so I just called one of them the gym because in one of the challenges they win access to a gym. And then there was a challenge room because there were some challenges where contestants went in and they had to resist for half an hour. Ginge got offered FA Cup tickets and he took them.
Just to confirm, I would like to wow, I'm gone. Just to confirm, I would like to buy an FA Cup final ticket. Oh my God.
But then Leah resisted getting to speak to her boyfriend on Skype.
I don't want to take it because I'm here for the team and I'm going to see him in a couple days.
Little things like that. I won't show you to the right because that takes you upstairs. So I think we should just go into the shop. This is the room where Cassillo used to get loads of Fanta Lights, and Specs spent half the budget on Haribo. So let's go and see what I've done in here. This is probably my favorite room purely because just look at the detail, right? So we have, obviously it says shop. We've got the inside logo. This is meant to be the hatch. Unfortunately in The Sims, there is nothing as accurate as having like a hatch that would open. So I kind of went for like shop shutters that would open and close as you place an order. And then I went on to one of the episodes and I got quite a clear photo of what things they had in the shop on offer. This is in episode 1. If you look at the details, Joe Weller's pillow for £5,000. The darts for £1,000, which I think they got in the first episode. A packet of crisps is 500 quid. There's no Fanta Light on this one, but you can get a fizzy drink. So I'm guessing that would be a fan to light. Hot shower, £100 per minute. For that reason, I feel like this is one of my favorite rooms. I think it's quite accurate when you put it side by side with the actual shot. So let's go back out into the corridor. Actually, we're gonna go into this room first, but before that, let me just show you. Ignore this, right? I don't know how to get the ceiling over the stairs. We're just gonna act like that is all ceiling. Side by side with the stairs photo, unfortunately in The Sims you can't have stairs that are wider than that, so we're just gonna have to deal with a little bit more narrow stairs, but we still have the shower and the toilet sign, which are in that room. But we should go into this room here. I don't know the name of it, but in Big Brother they call it the diary room, so we're just gonna call it the diary room. This is like the inside room where they go and talk to camera. It's nice and purple. We've got the pink sofa, like the pink fluffy sofa. It looks pretty cool, quite accurate as well. This logo was really hard to get as well because there wasn't anything on Google that was like an HG inside logo. So I've just took a screenshot from one of the episodes. That was probably just like on the wall. This is where the contestants come and chat to the camera and have a little chin wag. There is a camera, just for detail. I put a camera in there because why not? I mean, that wouldn't get the top of their heads. If you look at the eye line of that, that's capturing no one because the sofa's so far below. Anyway, the thought was there. Right, let's go back out and we're gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna leave the living room till last because it's my favorite room, and to be honest, it took me the longest amount of time. So we're gonna go up into the bedroom first. Okay, so we have the staircase there. Didn't really know what was in this room, so I just put a sofa there because why not? Got the living room, which I'll give you a little glance into there, but living room, bedroom, and the bedroom honestly didn't take long. Couldn't find the most accurate bed, but we have all the beds here. Obviously they have the double bed. There was only one double bed, which some of them had to share in season 1. And then we have all the singles and some random lights. We have, of course, loads of security cameras to capture all the footage from the bedroom. There wasn't really much detail in this bedroom. I think they did it on purpose in the series because less is more. You're not there for the decoration, and I feel like they stripped things back to the minimum to add to the element of, you know, if you want a luxury, you got to spend some money. For that reason, the bedroom did not take long at all. In there was like the makeup room where all people get ready and kept all their stuff in those lockers. I didn't have all the angles, so I kind of just focused more and filled in gaps where I could. I think I did all right in the bedroom. This room is definitely my favorite though, so let's go through to the living room. This room they spend most of their time in, to be honest with you, unless they're obviously in bed or running to the snack cupboard or the shop. I didn't realize how big it was until I actually did the dimensions for this. So on the walls we have loads of cameras. Of course, there's these kind of like window shutters. What is that? That is a flaw in my mechanism. Get rid. What on earth is that? Act like you didn't see any of that. Anyway, as we were, so we've got all the shutters along the windows. In this corner there's 3 beanbags and a sofa. On this wall there's loads of lights. I'm guessing because this is one of the main rooms, they have like more cameras and more studio lights to capture more. That's why this room took me the longest. There's loads of these like wired frames on the wall with neon lights, so I tried my best to replicate that. Over in that corner there are, I think they look more like sofas, but I couldn't get the exact thing. So we've got the beanbags. We're gonna come around here to the seating area. They spend a lot of time here, so you'll know this area from when they get set challenges by various members of the Sidemen or special guests. When they come in and they stand here and all the contestants are here, and then they update them on how much money they've spent. So we've got the TV there that basically just tells them how much budget they have left over or gives them challenges. So I think I did pretty well in this area. There are the rug isn't exactly accurate, but I couldn't find anything better, so we just have to deal with it. Right, next to that we have the darts. I couldn't not put the darts in, and we have the snooker table or the pool table. And then the middle was pretty plain, to be honest. It was quite hard for me to get the back of the room looking like the images, just because of some of the details on the walls and the dimensions. They want water. I realized they have to get it through a hatch, and also snacks as well. So very minimal. let me just go into the corner of the room and just give you the full scope. A lot bigger than I thought. I'm really happy with this one. I think that is some of my best work in this version of like me making inside. So, and that's pretty much it from what we know. There are challenge rooms. I didn't do the challenge room because they've kind of like changed all the time. I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna put some things on the screen of like comparing them just so you refresh your memory. So from the beginning we had the entrance hall with like the security scanner, and then we went into the downstairs corridor because I envisioned them coming in downstairs and then walking up the stairs to get to the living room and the bedroom. We had this shop as well, which I think out of my creation, aside from the living room, is my personal favorite. Then we have just the stair area, the diary room as well, and the bedroom, which not much detail, but you get the drift. And of course, the living room. When I'm recording this, season 2 is not dropped. I am not in the series. I feel like a lot of people on my stream have been asking me, are you in season 2 of Inside? I'm not, clearly. But yeah, I am gonna watch it, of course, when it first comes out. People may have watched the whole thing. I don't know even know how it's gonna go, if they're gonna drop one episode at a time or the full season. But I'm interested to see how the new house differs from season 1, if there's any changes or anything. And if there is, then I can make some changes to my Sims build. That is my latest edition of Els recreating things in The Sims in 2025, a few years later than my last build. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and feels really good to be just back in my office gaming, making some content for you. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment, like, do all that cliche shit, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.